Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I thought I would share a couple of cards that I'm going to make where I'm going to partially die cut the image. Now I have done a tutorial with this technique a few years ago now, so I thought I would revisit it. So I've got these gorgeous Daisy May stamps and they're very large stamps. I used similar ones in the moving cards that I shared last week. So I wanted to use these two here, and then I think I've used all of them from that collection. I believe these are still available, so as always I'll link them in the description box below. And I know there's been a lot of deals on at the moment on Craft Stash, and I think these are in an offer as well. So check it out, 'cause you might be able to pick up a bargain. What I've got here is, first of all, I've stamped this one onto a 6x6 card blank, but I've changed my mind now on what I want to do. So any stamp that you have with a coordinating die, you will be able to partially die cut. And if you don't have dies, you can still create this look. You just have to cut it by hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the die down over my image here, and I'm just going to tack it in place. Now, when you partially die cut, basically whatever part of the die is between the cutting plates will cut. So you just need to make sure that whatever you don't want cutting isn't between your die cutting plates. So I'm just going to place those there. So I'm going to open up the card, because this is a 6x6. This will be able to go through my standard machine here. So all I want to do is I want to cut away a good portion of him. I'd like all of this part of him cut, but this remaining, you know, attached to the card. So remember what I said about having whatever you want to cut between the cutting plates. So I reckon about there. And I'm going to run that one through. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just snip where the cut ends. You could pop a little like fold in it there if you want to be able to see it a bit better. I'm just going to snip away there. And then if you've got a larger area, maybe, you know, use your ruler so you get it nice and straight. I think I can get away with that one. There we go. Okay, so you'll see there how that looks once it's partially cut. Now, if you don't like the straight edges, what you can always do is, I'll show the bottom first, is just kind of start to add a curve to join the cut, like so. And then with this end here, what I could do is carry that on to his nose there, cut around that. So think about the image that you've got, and then I'm just going to carry on there, and then I'm going to just continue that cut. So you can see how that looks now. I've then got this piece of 5 3/4 squared, which I can pop inside the card there. So it just helps him pop even more. And then this is also part of that coordinating stamp set. And there's a die as well. And it's the cute little mouse in the snowman's hat. And I've die cut that separately because I thought it would look quite nice, maybe popped up on some foam, or possibly inside the card there. So it's like a little surprise when you open. I think that would look quite sweet. So I'm just going to choose a sentiment to go here. Okay, so I've stuck him inside and the red card down there, and then I've got my sentiment from that set, nobody warms my heart like you, and I'm just going to place that one just down there, so it's just overhanging slightly. And then I think I might stamp one of the stars there. I might do the slightly smaller ones, and then I can have a couple together just to fill a little bit of white space. So I'm going to just let that dry for a minute, and then I'm just going to lightly colour them. I think I'm going to use some glitter on this card, and I want to add some accent glaze onto just a few features there as well. But I really love how that looks. Just think it, you know, it's a nice technique to stretch your stamps. So if you've got lots of stamps that you've just used for stamping, you know, directly onto your card, try this. Like I said, even if you have to cut it by hand, you can still create a very similar effect. For this one, I've used the, again, this is I think I've just wrote Let It Snow. Oh no, that's Snow Buddies, that one. This one's called Let It Snow. You can see that gorgeous image. And by the way, I coloured both these. I'll pop in the video now of me colouring them because I know some people do like to see that. Okay, so with this one here, I've got a piece of 8 1/4 squared cardstock because originally I was going to have like a DL kind of size. But what I'm thinking of doing now is trimming this down because I've already cut that to one side. So just want a similar amount there. So let's bring that to 7 1/2. I'm just going to tack this in place. And again, whatever's between your plates is what we'll cut. So what I want to do is I want to cut everything above kind of here. This is where my fold is going to be in the card. So all of this part is all going to cut. All that's going to stay attached is everything along the bottom of the snow there and the sleigh. So I've got my larger machine here. And I'm going to pop that down. What I'm going to do is just put a sheet of copy paper over the top here. My plates are quite worn, so I don't want to get any marks from the plates onto the paper. What I'm actually going to do is use the copy paper as a guide as well to where I want my cut to finish. So I'm just laying it down. Just want to make sure that this is equal at each end. So I've got just over 2 1/8. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to just have to pull this out. Again, whatever's between the plates is what's going to cut. And then I'm just going to snip right across like so. And what I could do, because it's a snowy scene, so I'm just going to angle that cut a little bit so it looks a little bit more finished. There we go. And then what I've done is I've just cut myself here a piece of 3 1/2 by 7 1/2, and along the 3 1/2 side I've scored that down the middle. Basically you want to make a piece that you'll be able to hide behind here. So that's my little tent fold that's going to attach to, and you'll see that will stand up and you've got a cute looking card. Of course you can just die cut the image and just stick it on, you know, the edge there or on the top of a top fold, but the whole point of having that partial cut is you just have that nice finish on the back there. So I'm going to just burnish that a little bit more, and then I want to add lots of sparkle and shimmer to these cards. So I'm just going to use my construction glue. People ask about my construction glue in all of my videos. It is linked below my video, so please just scroll down and you'll see the construction glue and my quick grab glue. They're both listed there, Collall and Cosmic Shimmer. Okay, so you could add some more here if you wanted to, but I love that white space, so I'm just going to add some more sparkle using the glitter dust or glamour dust. This one here. I'm going to colour the stars, and I'm going to add some of my accent glaze here as well. Okay, and there's the finished cards. You can see how that glitter looks over the glue. The glue will dry clear eventually, but because it's against the white anyway, it will still look like the snow. But I just love all the sparkle there, and then the accent glaze I've added on his nose there, on the berries, on the little penguin's nose, he's so cute, and on the scarves there. And then on him, I've just added sparkle around the stars, top of his head, and then my glaze is over again his nose, the flame, the button, the candy cane, the little patch there, and also on his shoes. With this one as well, you'll need to go a little bit straighter there. Mine still stands up, but it does just ever so slightly lean forward. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world, but just bear that in mind as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today on how to partially die cut your stamped images. Like I said, even if you don't have a die, you can still partially cut them by hand and create similar effects. I think it's a lovely, easy technique, but it does really transform your stamps and just makes really special cards, particularly like this one. I think it's really, really sweet. So as always, I will link the product that I've used in the description box below. Like I said, I think there is offers on at the moment with the Christmas stamps, and Daisy May is no longer going to be continuing as a brand, so this is the last collection that there will be of Daisy May. So check out the deals, 'cause I'm sure there's some bargains to be had, and I'll share the glamour dust there, my accent glaze, and the colour pencils I use are the Black Widow, and I'll link those as well in the description box below. And as always, if you've enjoyed today and you're not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. See you all again soon. Bye.